Right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is well. I am good, thanks for asking. I've just finished my walk with my dog, my pre-gym walk. Now I'm just putting my food on for tomorrow. So it saves doing it later, before work. So it's just to get ahead of the game, shall we say. So, just going to put the food on. It's going to take about 5 minutes to put it all on. Just need to get bacon, back in the paper out of my bag. You little bastard. I feel like I need a bigger kitchen. Like, I hate being in a small kitchen. But I'll tell you what's a godsend. An air fryer. Oh. I love myself my air fryer. She's a beauty. She saves a lot of time for me. Got all my food pre-made anyway, so it makes life a lot easier. In terms of like, you know, I've seasoned all the chicken when I froze it. You can see she's looking absolutely beautiful. You can see her. That's my chicken, that's going on. Then just going to put my mince on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to today's workout. And yeah, looking forward to the day as it is. Tomorrow is a rest day approaching, as well as no work. So that means one thing. It means a sauna and potentially cinema. And what I'm going to watch at the cinema, I don't have a didgeridoo. But I love films, I love cinema. So let's see what's on at the cinema. I'll do that in a bit once I've sorted everything out. But hope everyone's going to have a lovely day ahead. And yeah, until then, I'll be ready for the... Hello. I hope all is well. It's another voiceover. I'm sat at the desk at work and I'm about to talk you through my back and hamstrings workout, and it was a great workout today. So starting off with this like George lat pull down. Don't know what to call it because it's not a lat pull down, but it is. But by God, it feels fucking great. I'm loving this exercise at the moment. But with this exercise, full range of motion. What I mean by that is, as you can see, letting my shoulders come forward, you know, letting my traps come forward, and then I'm pulling it all back and down, if that makes any sense. So I'm trying to imagine I'm pulling that bar towards my upper chest / nipple area, bit of exposed word for you. So I did 3 sets here. And the rep range was about 20, 15, 10. First set being 20, second set being 15, third set being 10 reps roughly. But when I couldn't hold anymore, then I slowly started repping them out, I think, if I remember rightly. But yeah, this was just to get the blood in the lats before deadlifting. Maybe I exhausted them a bit too much, but you know, when you're doing an exercise, you go all or nothing, don't you? And then we've got some deadlifts here. So this was 2 sets here. This was the 3rd set, so having that tap and go kind of deadlifting motion, if that makes sense. So yeah, these felt really good. I can't wait to start racking on more plates on deadlifting. I look forward to that, getting stronger at deadlifting, building that big thick back and dense hamstrings and glutes. Really looking forward to that. And I think I even added my 2nd set. So this is my 2nd set of the deadlifts. So I went up by another 10 kilos, 5 each side. As you can tell, the way I struggle, this was pretty fucking heavy for me. It was only 170, and I think I've done it for 3 reps. But for me, this is heavy. Do you know what I mean? So everyone has different ability levels, but trying to keep that core tight and really pushing and pulling away from the floor, pushing my feet away from the earth and pulling that bar up. I love watching these struggle reps. Do you know when like you're really struggling to pull it up? I love watching them back on video. And then here was some snatch grip deadlifts, but with a twist. So when I am pulling up, you'll see in a second that I take a pause at where my kneecaps is, just to create a bit more tension on my hamstring and glutes, and to be a bit explosive in that final third position. Do you know what I mean? The lockout position we call it, where the hips come forward. And did this for 2 sets. First set was 110 on the bar. This was 120 on the bar. Honestly, there's going to come a point where I'm going to stop counting the reps and just go with how the body feels. You know what I mean? If it's a quote unquote deload type situation, then I'll stop 1 or 2 before that struggle / fatigue. But if I've got all the energy in the world, I'm giving it every set, everything I've got. And I feel like that's what you should do personally. Definitely when you want to put on a bit of muscle, you're going to have to give it a bit more than just 70%. You're going to have to put it about 90 or 100%. Then went on to some T-bar rows, overhand grip. Did the 3 sets here, and this was the second working set I filmed. So I'm just trying to pull everything back, squeeze those traps, that whole upper back. Do you know what I mean? And these felt good again, but I fatigued really quickly. Like after doing those 3 exercises prior to this, it really knocked the shit out of me. As you can see, I faded really quickly. Like I had a good rhythm going. Then before you know it, I was absolutely KO'd. But the pump was present and real. This is more of the thickness day, let's put it. This is more rows. The next back day will be more for width, so the pull down. But this was just some, I call these low to high rows because I started off low, the cable set was, and I was rowing up high towards the body, squeezing those traps and that whole upper back, pulling it all back. So protracting the shoulders and then retracting and retracting. Now this is for 2 sets. First set was around about 15-20 reps, and then the second set was this one, which was, I can only presume, anything between 10 to 12. So I don't think it was 8, not what my knowledge, not what I can remember. But still sitting pretty lean, which I'm just looking at like this detail on the side of my legs and my calves, and even in my arms and everything. So I'm happy with the body composition still. It's not out of control yet. And I know for a fact if I wanted to, I could really set this out of fucking control. And then the last exercise of the day was some seated hamstring curls, just to get a bit of blood and a pump in the hamstrings after deadlifting. And after all, this is a back and hamstrings workout, remember that. So finishing off some seated hamstring curls. This was 2 sets, and it was just a high reps, because after doing the deadlifts, which were low reps, this is an isolated exercise. So let's go for some high reps. Never see the point of going for like 6 to 8 on this. You're fucking stupid, bro. Like, it requires a lot more than that. It's like a bicep curl. Do you know what I mean? This is a hamstring curl. It needs a lot more reps to get stimulated and to get the full effect of it. And as you can see, I've got my wrist wraps on, so I'm pulling myself into the bench. So shoulders back and down, pulling myself into the bench, and then curling that fucking weight. And then just throw a bit of a physique update at the end, a bit of a lat spread, which you can see I need a lot more work on it, a lot more width, and then a back double bicep, which is probably one of my strongest shots. But I'm going to sign out here, so have a lovely day, evening, morning. Enjoy the workout, I hope you have. Give it a like, and I'll speak to you soon. It'll be a push workout, a well-rounded one.